to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
The reason I tend to get a bit hysterical on air is that I live this stuff. I eat, drink, and sleep it. And the criminal organizations running our government and others are so mischievous, so evil, so bad. I mean, everything they do is to destabilize and bring down society. It's not like I'm some perfect goody two-shoes that, you know, is just hates everybody in government or corporations. It's that as a society, we become so corrupt, and more of our economy is based on corruption. And now it sees anything that's not corrupt as a threat and is seeking to fully convert the military, the FBI, the Justice Department, and these corporate boards to members of the conspiracy. And when you learn they're a bunch of anti-human, really nasty people, because who else would do stuff like this but really nasty people? And now it's been running things so long that really bad people have gotten in. There's been competition amongst evil. And so the most evil are now getting in. And until you flip your mind around from their perspective and look through their eyes, you won't be able to grasp it. But once you sit in their seat and actually read what they write and what they stand for, God help us. God help us. They want to break this country. They want to re-educate us. They want to hurt us. We are in grave danger. Grave danger. Steve, you've got the floor, and then we're going to get to Matt and everybody else that's holding. Colonel Roberts is coming up. I used to get Colonel Roberts on. Craig Roberts, Dr. Paul Craig Roberts is coming up. But I was thinking the other day I want to get Paul Craig Roberts on, but also want to get Colonel Roberts on because he'd have a lot to say about this, a great patriot who exposed Oklahoma City as an inside job. But let's go back to Steve, the active duty Marine that just rotated back. You got about 3 minutes. Finish up why you think Obama has a 15% approval rating with the U.S. military.
Well, Alex, with regard to SEAL and recon Marines coming back out of Afghanistan through Okinawa, you have a lot of the enlisted operators being charged with mutiny and other crimes that carry the death sentence. Now, what I'd like for you to do, if possible, is get in touch with your contacts in Navy Special Operations, if you've got any in the Marine Corps. The Camp Hansen Brig is full of SEALs, recon Marines that have these charges of mutiny on them that they've been sitting in there 6, 7, 8 months now. And what that does when you're sitting in the brig that long, they're hoping that these operators are going to kill themselves. That way they can wash their hands. There's no loose ends, and they don't have to do what they did to Chris Kyle. I would really like you to look into this because before I came back, there were 15 recon Marines and 7 SEALs that I personally knew that were good men that because they either did not fully cooperate or zealously cooperate in cleaning up the loose ends with the drug connections for the CIA in Afghanistan, are sitting in the Camp Hansen Brig right now waiting to go on trial for their lives.
That's right. And, sir, I am aware of this. I've interviewed Navy SEALs' families on air. I have first broke the fact that the families believed and the SEALs believed that helicopter was blown up to get rid of the evidence. We know Chris Kyle was executed, and they had a patsy in that, a drugged-up patsy, because he wasn't going to go along with what he'd been ordered to do in the book. Just like they killed Pat Tillman when he was writing letters home. And I've talked to his brother off air. And, of course, it came out later that, indeed, they did kill him. It's so scary. But I am aware of some of what you're saying. And everybody's so scared right now because even if you do what they say, they're kicking you out or dishonorably discharging you to discredit you. And it shows the total dishonor of this system. There is a purge, a soft purge, a night of the long knives going on in special operations right now. There's a war on the military right now. I mean, that's what Obama's purging, folks.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with super male or super female vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Several months back, I started taking your Nason iodine and your Super Meal. Prior to this, I was barely walking. Now I'm able to function as a human again.
InfoWarsLife.com. You've heard the callers of the show.
Your products are great. I use DNA Force. I use X2,
Thank you.
Super Male Vitality, and Lung Cleanse. Every day, they're great stuff.
Whether it's Survival Shield, Nason Iodine, or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder, I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com.
Dash 2, just amazing what it's able to do to actually detox the body. It's great stuff.
Check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products. Every year we make resolutions to lose weight and get in shape. And the truth is, it's hard, even with diet and exercise, because of toxic food in our environment that is stressing our bodies more than ever before. Working with experts in nutrition and biochemistry, I found that super high-quality nutraceuticals, in addition to my diet and exercise, were the answers that synergistically worked. I could see the drastic changes every day with the amount of weight I've lost, my increased stamina, and more of a twinkle in my eye. That's why we are now so excited to launch the InfoWars Life Resolution Pack, combining 3 essential formulations: oxygen-based cleanser Oxy Powder, the Secret 12 bioavailable vitamin B12, and your choice of Super Female or Super Male Vitality. Now all available at a discounted price to you and your family to bring in the new year and make 2015 a true success. That's InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. 2015 is the year to do it, and it all starts at InfoWarsLife.com.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
We're getting Dr. Paul Craig Roberts on the Skype line right now. Alex Jones here, back live in the second hour. We just had a very powerful call from a Marine Force Recon operator who's rotated back about all the Navy SEALs and Marines and you name it in the Briggs. They're even targeting the Army more in a purge of top officers. We've confirmed from high-level sources, I'm talking retired 3-star generals who've been recently retired, that there is a purge. We've been telling you that for 3 years. It's now been in mainstream news. An unprecedented number of generals and other officers right down to non-commissioned are being kicked out, persecuted. Obama and the neocons working together are consolidating power in government. That's why the Republicans dare not challenge Boehner. He's come out now and attacked Obama today as political cover for not repealing Obamacare. We're going to be playing that video after Paul Craig Roberts leaves us. I wanted to get him on about the economy. He's got a new article out right now about the Charlie Hebdo situation. We'll get his take on that as well. But Francis is active duty State Guard lieutenant. And I wanted to get his take on this Military Times poll with Obama with a 15% approval rating. The callers, the active duty and veterans have agreed nobody's talking about gays in the military. That's a red herring. They don't like Obama because he is engaging in treason, open borders, continuing the wars, persecuting the military, and backing ISIS in Syria. That's why they're upset. Now, that's what the callers have said. I'm going to go to other callers after we talk to Roberts, but I want to get to Francis because he's active duty. while Dr. Roberts waits, and I want to get his take on it. Francis, what is your take on what's happening? And do you have any intel on persecution inside the military by the Justice Department that's now going after Petraeus?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Alex. My name's Francis Marion. You can check out my veracity off air if you like, but I am in FEMA Region 4, active duty state guard. I don't know anyone who's for Obama in the military or in state guards. I don't know of any persecution either per se, but I'm sure there is plenty. But my point is the core of our problem is I was also on Ron Paul's campaign staff in 08 and in 12. And I just want to say bottom line, as I witnessed this personally, I think a lot of people did too, that Dr. Ron Paul is politically pure and everything as good as he is. And Rand, they do not have the stones to resist this, to effectively resist. Ron and Rand Paul do not have the stones that his followers have. And I'm just telling you, I witnessed that. I'm sorry to say that. Ron Paul stood down. Tom Petty and Heartbreakers, Won't Back Down was our theme song in our office. And Ron Paul backed down, notwithstanding his lousy grandson-in-law and his ineffective official campaign.
Well, I don't want to get into all that. I'm aware of some of it. Ron Paul was on yesterday. He does his best job he can. Specifically, why is the military upset with Obama?
Well, Obama is an absolute tyrant, and he's out to destroy America. He is America's #1 enemy, although a puppet. He's the #1 visible enemy. He's got guys behind him that are bigger enemies, but he needs to be resisted, and we need to have the stones go balls to the wall to resist him in the info war, and hopefully not the active war.
No, I hear you. God bless you. I appreciate your call. Again, the military, 15% approval rating for Obama, lowest ever. That's a good sign. The military 2 years ago, this is the key to success, said no to attacking Syria, and thousands of officers held up signs saying, I will not fight in Syria for al-Qaeda. So they changed the name to ISIS. Now ISIS-connected groups have attacked Europe, if you believe the official story, and that's being used to try to pass CISPA again, has been reintroduced bipartisanly, Infowars.com. Joining us is Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, former main editor of the Wall Street Journal, father of Reaganomics, best-selling author, and, of course, worked for Ronald Reagan. And he's here to break down the economy, his take on the Charlie Hebdo situation, his take on many more analysts believe 2015 is the year of the next global financial crisis. We'll hit all those points with him in the next 20 minutes. Dr. Roberts, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Sure. Glad to be with you, Alex.
Well, you got the floor. What do you want to tackle first?
Well, it's up to you. We can talk about the retail sales report that came out today. After being told that we had 5% real GDP growth in the third quarter, what was it, the fourth quarter? We learned that Christmas retail sales actually declined. And not just a decline in the expected amount of sales, but an absolute decline. So clearly there's no economy. It's been obvious to any real economist for years that there's no economy because there's no growth in consumer incomes, not in real consumer incomes. There's no growth, and there's no growth in consumer credit except for student loans. So there's no money to fuel an increase in demand. And since the economy is largely based on consumer demand, there's been no way to have a recovery or any kind of the growth claims that the government periodically issues. So clearly the economy is in bad shape, and they're having more and more trouble hiding that fact. So we are also watching a continuing drop in the oil price. Now, just try to imagine all of the trillions of dollars of oil-based derivatives. When these prices come down so much, there has to be a lot of debt related to these derivatives that simply can't be served. And so, yes, we're probably in line for another breakout of the financial crisis.
How long can the QE go? I mean, how long can they keep just printing dollars by the trillion?